Hey guys, welcome back. This is part two of my incredibly long, almost 4-month road with this beautiful piece of black amber that I've been working on. And you can see it's significantly better from the first video, which I was distressed at the time because it was falling apart on me. And I had mentioned that I had gone through several different grades of sandpaper and some filing. And I just wanted to clarify, when I said filing, I didn't mean like metal files. I meant these types of files, which are basically buffing emery boards that you could get at any beauty supply. Sally's comes to mind, Harmon's, probably Walgreens and all that have all that too. Sally's has an incredible selection, and I have an appreciation for good things that you can sand with. I used to make pipes, briar pipes, for a few years, and I learned a lot of woodworking skills. And even though I had been doing lapidary work and I had been doing stone work and crystal work and I had polished amber before, the great thing about doing stuff with amber is I don't need all the heavy machinery that you would need to do lapidary work. And when I say lapidary work, if you're unfamiliar, that means, you know, crystals, stones, minerals, metals, either faceting them. You could tumble polish, you know, crystals, obviously, you know that. If you're watching this, you probably know that. You know, cleaning and polishing quartz tips, and I've worked a lot with selenite, which is a very, very soft stone. In fact, selenite is a stone, but it has almost the same hardness as amber. So I had been doing some stuff with selenite, and I felt really compelled to say, this piece of black amber that I got probably a week before Yule of 2020. So I've had this for quite a while, and and I've worked on it like a little bit every week. But I feel like if I had gone any further with the actual taking off the meat on it, it would have probably eventually fallen apart. So now I'm going to show you what I did. Is after I had been doing some of that rough sanding, I used 400 grit, 600 grit, 800 grit, all the way up to, I think I got to 1200. And then I just did a quickie hand with like some 2500 emery cloth. And then I took it to the wheel. Now, my buffing wheel is just a simple two cotton 5 or 6 inch wheels. I have a red Jeweler's Rouge on one side, and I have a white diamond, which is where you get the high gloss from when you're done the initial shaping and all that. But here's some video of that, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how I'm going to finish polishing this by hand. And it's something that you can do, and it's something that you can buy a piece of raw amber at your local, you know, crystal shop, gift shop. I mean, they sell amber in so many places now. It's not like, you know, 25 years ago where you would actually have to like search this stuff out. I was gifted a piece of amber from a fellow who owned a Russian curio shop right across from, I had a metaphysical shop back in 1991 or 92, and he was a nice fellow across from me, and he gave me this big, huge hunk of Baltic Amber. And at the time, it was like this stuff was everywhere. Well, it's not everywhere now. So I'll show you that when we come back and see exactly what I do on the buffing wheel when I refer to that. Okay, so you could see that when you're doing stuff on the buffing wheel, it's very mechanical, and you get into a rhythm, and it's as you do it, you get used to the touch, and you know the speeds and the amount of compound to put on that. I'm not going to cover all that. There are tons of videos out there that will show you how to use the buffing wheel and load it with compound and all that. That's a separate skill. I'm just applying it to witchcrafting. Anything that you see in these videos, that's exactly what my goal was. So you saw it got it down to a nice sheen. I'll do some close-ups in a second, and then we'll jump right into a close-up of how I hand polish this in its final stage. And this is an interesting technique that I learned years and years ago, and I had totally forgot about it. And I think it's gonna finish this project nice. I'm not bringing this particular piece of amber down any further because I really do. I really feel like if I handle this thing for 10 more minutes, it's just gonna fall apart into three pieces, which is fine. Then I have three pieces of amber, of black amber. But this stuff is super unstable, and it's not that red or golden amber, Baltic amber. This is much less hardy. I would even say that this is even just beyond hardness of like copal, if you guys are familiar with that resin, or frankincense. I mean, that stuff's, to me, that's pretty hard. It's pretty hard when you're trying to grind it down. So I think I could grind this down pretty well. All right, so let's go on to phase 4, 5. I don't remember. Okay, so in this last stage of polishing of our black amber, I'm going to use a technique that calls for using a cotton or you could even use denim. Denim is actually very, very good. I heard a guy, like he makes his living of polishing small pieces of amber, and all he uses is his jeans. So I wouldn't want to do his laundry, but yeah, you just find, either a t-shirt or, I mean, just a good carbon fabric, cotton fabric. And this is just a cat water bowl that I put it over, tighten it up in the back, and then it gives you like a drum. And what we're going to do is I'm going to moisten this with a little bit of water just to get the fabric so that'll soak up our polishing compound. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to use a polishing compound that is very popular among pipe enthusiasts to polish the stems. But this is the same exact compound that is used for polishing out your car headlamp plastic cover, so that it's clear again. If that makes any sense, look it up if it doesn't. But it's just a very, very fine grit polishing compound. I mean, you could put this on a wheel, or you could put this on one of those little polishing things on a Dremel. It would probably work really good on a piece of amber. So then we're going to take some of this, and I'm just going to use this pencil. Now, you can use toothpaste. Particularly one that is specifically for polishing and whitening your teeth. It will work just as good as this. I don't know. I've never done amber on toothpaste. It might be better, but I've used this stuff and it's worked really well. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the amber And I'm just pushing down circles. Hey, if you want to put some intent into it and you only go, clockwise for a positive energy, and if you were looking to remove negativity, you would do Widdershins, and we won't get into that. Yeah, this is pretty nice. This is definitely the last step, I think, for this. So I'm going to do this for a little while. And you basically, you would just do this until it's the sheen that you want. And you're going to have to take the amber off, wash it off, take a look at it, see where you're at. The compound does make it a little bit slippery, so you might want to wash your hands a couple times over the course of, look, it would not be weird for me to do this for half an hour to try to get the sheen that I'm looking to get. And again, it's all in how far you want to go. Hey, look, you don't have to polish amber. You can leave it raw. It has the same magical properties, and it's it can be used for all the same things. This is purely an aesthetic, and I can already feel like how slippery this. See? Let's see. Did we destroy it? Okay, we did not destroy it. So anyway, I'm gonna do this for a little while, and then we'll do some nice close-ups, and we'll wrap this up and see how we did. But you know what? For a $6 chunk of black amber, I'm super happy with it, and it's gonna look great on my altar. So I'll see you in a couple minutes. So you can see how we really brought out the shine. Now you see all those little, see all that? See, now I'm compelled to take this back to the buffer now, because the buffer will take these little tiny scratches, should take them out at this point. Now, I mean, you could see the last time I had it on a buffer, this chunk happened. It just popped right out. So, and the previous time before that, this popped off. Now you can see that I haven't cleaned this. This still has a lot of compound from the buffer and all that. So I have to go in there and use a toothbrush and a little bit of toothpaste. We'll get that out. But you can see it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. It's like I said, it was a $6 chunk of black amber. I was hoping it was gonna have less faults, but it is what it is. And it's like I said, it's gonna look great on my altar. Hey, maybe someday I'll cut it in half and make it jewelry. I don't know. Here's that piece of Baltic Amber that I was gifted all those years ago, to give you an idea how brilliant and the difference between the density of color in these. I mean, Baltic Amber is just gorgeous. Look at that. Now there's just little pieces of bark in there. I didn't polish the back of this one because this was originally a necklace many years ago. But you can see how nice of a shine this came out. See that? See that little ridge right there? That's like, as you go down, it'll just get worse. So you have to know when to stop with amber. And I think we've come to the stopping point for this one. So thanks a lot, guys, for following my project here. And we got lots of new stuff coming up, and I believe the next one is going to be candle crafting 101, and that'll be carving, oiling, and dressing candles for ritual use or everyday use, or making them for your friends. We're going to get into all kinds of candles and stuff like that. That'll be the next one. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you soon.